Hi, my name's Sarah Hill. I'm the Learning and Development Manager here at K2 Audiovisual. I've been a teacher for more than 15 years and I've also worked in the Department of Education and in other institutions such as SciTech and Channel 7, creating resources for teachers. It can be really hard to make a good decision about the best interactive panel to have for you and your school. There are so many options out there with confusing features and things that aren't always relevant to us as a teacher. Today we're reviewing the 4 most common interactive screens that are found in schools around Australia. We have each one of those in our showroom and you're always more than welcome to come in and have a look and speak to us if you want to try it for yourself. And we're evaluating them on 3 criteria: the effectiveness of the whiteboard, the ability to screen share, and the classroom-ready tools that come with the board. And that's from Touchboard, BenQ, Newline and Promethean. The model we're going to look at is Touchboard. So we have lots of different features that are quick and ready to go on the front here. We have our whiteboard feature, and within this we have the ability to have lots of different pen and highlighter styles. We have the ability to turn writing into text. We have mathematic tools in here such as protractors, where we can use the features that are within here to then draw different fractions and have that available for our students. We also have an endlessly scrolling screen so we can move things along and keep going. So this enables you to have a lot more functionality within your classroom. And then we can also build up our screens and have different ones available to you. So you can build lessons out throughout the day. We have a toolkit down the bottom that enables us to add images, sticky note, and we can also insert PDFs and flowcharts. This also enables you to split the screen so that you can have 2 students working on things at the same time. At all times we can use the buttons on the side to return home, and then we get to our home screen. When we go into screen share, people do need to use the eShare app. So that's something that you download onto your device, whether it's an iPad or a laptop. We also have other tools available. So within the utilities section, we have things like stopwatches, calculators. We also have a voting system. This enables you to create quick exit ticket selections for your students, which they can then scan the QR code, vote on, and then be released from class. This is a great way to do a quick knowledge check at the end of a lesson. One of the other features of this screen as well is that it works as a giant Android tablet. So we have a large variety of different apps that you can download. We can also, if we keep scrolling, go to different welcome screens and replace the backgrounds. And so you can have your welcome screen for your students when they come into the classroom, and you can add their names and things for a quick check-in. Another great feature of the Touchboard is that it has a camera and microphone built in, so it's video conferencing ready. They're also Australian made, so we're supporting Australian businesses, and the servicing comes from our team, which is local. It is notable though that you do need to be connected to the internet and have the app to screen share. You also don't have the inbuilt software to enable teachers to be able to program when they're at home. I believe though that the other features of the board make it worthwhile for consideration because it is quite a powerful interactive screen. This is the Newline Q. As you can see from the home screen, we have a lot of different things available to us. We have our whiteboard, and this has a lot of inbuilt features. If we go into the 3 dots down the bottom, we can add images, text, sticky notes, PDFs, we can search the web, and we also have a variety of tools such as rulers. So you might remember from some of our previous interactive screens that you can add things like a protractor. You've also got a compass and a ruler, all of those sorts of things. We can also change the canvas into split mode from here so that you can have 2 students working on the canvas at the same time. This is also an endlessly scrolling screen. So if we write on it like this, and then go back into move mode, I can move this along and go and start on something new for the students and move it back. I can also add pages down the bottom. The amount of shapes and things that are available on the Newline is quite limited. So we've got squares, circles and triangles, and you do have a variety of colours as well. If we return to the home button, we can go into screen sharing. The new line uses AirServer, which is compatible with any of the devices that you might have. It is completely device agnostic. If we go back to here and have a look at our apps, we can download apps from the App Store on the internet. So we can have things like the Very Hungry Caterpillar, which is an interactive app that people can use. So you can download those to make interactive, easy things for your classroom to be able to use. So we can feed things like the apple to the caterpillar. Great for early childhood. If we go back into our apps as well, you can see along here that we have our classroom ready tools. So we also have things like dice that we can roll, which is great if you're choosing teams and that sort of thing. A stopwatch, clock, spinner, and things like instructions. So you can have it set to raise your hand, and that will sit above whatever you're doing and make it easy for you to classroom manage your students. The features within the whiteboard are actually quite minimal. You need to be connected to the internet for the screen sharing to work, and in terms of software support for teachers to be able to design lessons outside of school hours, that's not actually a possibility. So if we come over here, this is the whiteboard function for the BenQ. We have a lot of tools down the bottom. So we have our writing tools and our highlighting tools. It's got very simple pen tools that are available and a nice wide range of colours. And you can also set your own personal preferences. If we have a look over here, we have sticky notes, shapes, and the ability to add in some pre-made charts. So if we tap on that, it will add a chart that you can then edit as much as you like. Once you finish that, we can tap on the plus button and get a new screen. We also have some tools that are available to you. We have split screens, and you can have either 2 or 3, and you can record what they're writing on the screen. If we look here, we have interactive tools that are available on the screen so that we can annotate over any projections that are happening. We also have all of our apps that we can use to interact online. So we have things like Copilot, Google Teams, etc. If we want to go into screen sharing, we need to be on the same network as the BenQ and put in the pairing code to make sure that it will mirrorcast across. BenQ doesn't meet all of the criteria. There is a lack of software available for teachers to design lessons in their own time, and the board itself hasn't been specifically designed for an education environment. This is the Promethean 9. These come with a lot of different features that go above and beyond what you would normally see in an interactive panel. First off, I want to start with what we've got in the whiteboard. So if we have a look down the side, we have all of our pen tools, including highlighters and that sort of thing. We have our rulers to add in. We also have different types of lines that you can have for your students. And if we can't see those very well, we can change the colour and really make them stand out and be nice and vibrant. We have split screen mode, so we can have 2 students working on here at the same time. And if we want to exit out of that, we just tap on it. We also have the ability to add in charts from a huge range that are already here and available. We can also go into our gallery and add in a variety of different pictures that come from your USB. When we do that, we have any of the pictures that come up on our USB we can use in our work with the students. The next thing that we're going to have a look at is Explain Everything. This enables you to create completely interactive multimodal lessons for the students. So if we have a look on here, the Promethean 9 comes with Explain Everything built in. Explain Everything is a very powerful app that you can have on either your iPad or your laptop. So we can embed videos and have them play. We can also embed music or sounds. And we can add lots of other little bits and pieces to make sure that this is a fully engaging and interactive lesson for students. So you can have a PDF that's in here with your instructor notes as well. You can have different slides that students can move around. So it becomes a fully interactive experience for the students, and this is something that you can design at home in your own time. You don't need to be at school to do it. Next, we're going to have a look at the ability to screen share. So this means that you can share from your device directly onto the screen. And it does this natively, so you don't need an extra app for your device. It'll come up with whatever the panel ID is, and you just go straight into your device and tap on the name of the panel name, which in here says boardroom, and you'll notice it pops up with a little 1. When I tap on that, you'll see that we've got spots in here for 42 people. That means that you can have your whole class join in, and you can actually go through and select up to 6 screens to show at one time. If we go back into applications, we've got different things that we can use for the classroom as well. So we've got spinners and timers. We have the ability to annotate over, say, things that are coming up on a laptop screen. We even, if we go into it, have the ability to let our kids do some basic coding using the machines. The only downside to having a Promethean is that they are a little bit more expensive than the competitors' models. However, I've done demonstrations on almost every single type of interactive board that you can get, and the Prometheans just work. The added bonus is it has a lot of inbuilt features such as software that really help to reduce teacher workload and make working in the classroom a lot easier for everyone involved, and very dynamic and interactive for the students.